I'm here for another Dead by Daylight stream to just goof off and spend some time and doing some archive quests and some daily rituals. One of my daily rituals right now is playing. I need to escape and survive as Claudette Morel, which is the character I'm playing right now, but also to repair the equivalent of 3 full generators. So usually I play Feng Min, but since I have to do the Claudette mission right now, I'm gonna play her. I'm gonna use a medkit with the add-on butterfly tape and bandaging, which more or less just gives a little more charge to the medkit and makes it a little bit faster to heal. The offering I'm using is an offering that gives me more objective category points as blood points, the red points up here again, which means when I do generators and whatnot. The perks I'm gonna use myself is Technician on level 3, which is when I fail a check with a generator, it doesn't explode, it just makes a thump sound. Prove Thyself, sadly only level 1 because I haven't leveled up and find the perk yet in my blood web tree. So what that does is, before, it gives me a little extra blood points and 15% repair speed for everyone who's doing the generator with me, including me of course. Streetwise is one that makes the charges on my items more efficient, if you put it like that. Meaning that this one has 24 charges, so it's gonna add a few 50% charges to that technically. And the last perk is a perk called Kindred, which is a perk that when I get hooked, I see all the other survivors around me, where they are, and if someone gets hooked, I see the killer's if he's within 16 meters of the hooked survivor. With that, I'm gonna start up a match and see how long it takes to get in. So stay with me and hang with me. Sorry if it takes a little time because the lobby at this time right now, because here it is now 9, so it can take a bit long. It usually gets more even and better closer to 12-1 because a lot of people that plays this game is on American time, so they still are in the middle of work, not necessarily school right now, but like in general things they do under the day. So that's why it can take a little time to actually find something, but let's hope that we can find something soon and shortly. So has everyone's day been good so far? Anything interesting happening? Do you want to say something or say hi to chat, then say hi, and if you want to tell me about your day, then that's fine too. Like to hear it. If you did something special, or if you met someone special, or you messed with someone just because. I do that a lot. Especially my fur babies. Yeah, if you ask me, they're little shit faces actually. But I love them so. And here we go, we found the match pretty quick, nice. So let's hope we have a nice killer that won't whoop my ass right away, and let's see if we can do some progress in this. And maybe even clear my quests. So we get, it seems like we get a little extra points due to the item over here, Bloody Party Streamers. With kinda hilarious that I'm streaming and that's what someone offers. But what that does is it gives 100% extra blood points to everybody in all categories. And combine that, and that stacks with my already 50% extra blood points. So I'm getting this match 150 blood points in the objective category and 100% blood points in everything else, meaning healing, unhooking, being chased by the killer and getting away, so on and so forth. I hope my stream looks pretty good on your side, because our internet is a bit janky today, it seems. Because we're getting bad weather and most likely there's a lot of people online right now, so it can be a bit choppy, and I apologize for that. But we hope that it's gonna be well. If you're new to my channel and you're new to Dead by Daylight, there is several objectives you can do while doing. The main priority objectives will always be to fix generators, because generators is the way that you as survivors can win. You have to fix 5 generators under a match when we enter an arena if you want, where the killer is gonna chase us around and we're gonna try and fix generators to get away from the killer. But there's so many other things that you can do, which is being chased by the killer to take up his time, to keep him distracted from the other survivors, or you can heal people if they get hurt by the killer, or if they get hooked, you can unhook them. Now we're playing on a map called Badham Preschool 3, Springwood. So what we're gonna try and do now is we're gonna try and find first a generator, but if we can find a person as well with the generator, then that would be even better. So we found a person now, so we're gonna see if we together can find a generator, because one of my perks, Prove Thyself, gets better if I do generators with more people. That doesn't mean that I'm not gonna try and do the generators on my own, but it's always better to do it with people if I can, because not only do I get more blood points, but I also get the generator fixed much faster. So now someone has a perk that makes generators light up that they are working on, and this one lights up now, so now when someone is working here, so we're gonna go and help that person. Oh, there's actually 2 here, so sadly I cannot help on this generator, because this is a generator that is blocked. Normally a generator has 4 sides, but if they're blocked by items or the arena map, then you can only do 1 or 2. Sometimes you can make 3 even, but this time only 2 could do it, that one, so I could sadly not help. But that's fine, I will go to my own generator and fix that instead. So now we need to keep an eye around for the killer so he doesn't show up, because that would be very unfortunately and nasty. So not only do we look around to see if we can see him if he comes up first, but we also try to listen for his terror radius, which is a heartbeat you're gonna hear when he gets close. Or closer, rather. If you hear the heartbeat, don't panic right away, because he might not necessarily know where you are, just that he's in your general area. And it seems like we're facing the Trapper, which is a killer that puts out traps on the map, as you can see, and if you step in them, you get stuck and have to struggle free, and he also knows where you are at that point. So now someone got damaged over there and hit down by the Trapper, so she's gonna most likely go and get hooked now, which is good for us, because that gives us a chance to finish the generator while he is busy hanging her on hook. And then we're gonna see if we can either find a generator or go and save her if no one else is going to save her. He seems to be putting up... This is the perk I was talking about, Kindred, where I can see the killer as long as he's close to the one who's been hooked, but we can also see what he's doing at the point, and now it looks like he put out a trap right by the survivor, so if someone comes to save her and doesn't think about it, there is a big chance they're gonna get stuck by his trap, so he knows where they're gonna be. He seems to be face camping right now for a little bit, which is annoying and unfortunate, but it's unavoidable sometimes. Good thing is, by having this, we can actually see where he is, so if we want to try and save her, we can by looking at him like that, because we see what he's doing and where he's going. We just need to make sure that we don't get caught by him. He seems to want to camp her, sadly, in the general vicinity of the area. Okay, so she's actually getting saved, and sadly she's getting hooked now too, because she tried to save the other one. So sadly now what that means is most likely she's gonna be face camped as well, which is very annoying, but there's not much we can do about it, I'm afraid. What we're gonna do now is we're gonna try and heal this person. Because she got unhooked, so that means that she can take another hit or two if the killer decides to go after her. Since he's gonna continue face camping, I'm gonna let these two try and save that, because normally some has a perk called Borrowed Time, which is a perk that if you unhook someone, they can't get downed again right away within 12 seconds. So if someone has that, it's better that they unhook the person, because they can still be hit themselves, but the one who just got unhooked cannot be hit. But since generators are the main priority in this game, I'm gonna try and see if I can find the generators or fixing it, because we have only 2 generators left that we need to do before we can actually go towards winning the game. This generator was sadly already done, so we wasted a little time there, but that happens, since we don't really know where the generators are, because they spawn randomly on the map. There's always usually 7 generators that spawn on the map. It seems like the killer right now is not actually around, so we can see if we can actually go and save this person. But I can't see him within 16 meters from the hook, but he is here, because I hear his tail radius. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna try and take a hit for this person. And she messed up because she didn't jump the window, which she should have. She went into the corner instead, meaning that she got stuck, and now sadly, since she got to the second phase of the hook, she is dead on hook. And what it means with when someone's dead on hook is that it means more or less that they are insta-dead when they get hooked a third, because you can get hooked 2 times, and the third time you get hooked, you're dead. There's like no avoiding it then. So that's a bit of a shame, so this is gonna be a bit harder now, since we're only 3 against the killer, and he seems to like a lot of camping. But if we can at least make the last 2 generators, then we have a chance to win at least. And there's the killer. Ow, he hit me now, so I'm damaged, but I'm not dead yet, which is a good thing. So now we're gonna see if we can play around this pallet here and see if we can play around with him a little bit. Because the longer we can keep him distracted, the better it is for the ones that's already doing generators. Sadly, he was a bit faster than I anticipated, and I have no extra sprint burst or move burst, so he caught up to me pretty easily and quickly. So most likely now he's gonna hook me, and then he's gonna stand around this area to keep an eye on me. But if he does that, that's absolutely fine, because that means that the others get a chance to actually finish their generators. He actually left me, it seems, which is unusual since he did what he did to the first people. But I mean, as long as he keeps on chasing them, I can take a chance to flee, which I'm gonna do, because most likely what he's gonna do when he comes back is that he's just gonna stand here and face camp me. But this also gives the one that's doing the last generator, which you can see over there, to do the last generator, and when that's done, she can open the exit gates if she has enough time, meaning that they can flee and we in a way win, but 2 of us died, so because I'm most likely gonna die here because I'm on second phase, because I try to flee myself. But I'm struggling as long as I can to buy them as much time as I can. And he seems to have lost the one that he was chasing, and now he's going towards them. So sadly I died now, but this gives them a good chance to actually finish the last generator so they can win. So if we're lucky, we might get actually 2 escaped survivors this time. Ah, he downed one of the ones that was injured already from before. So most likely the other one's gonna go and focus a gate now, and I don't know if she's gonna try and go and save her or if she's just gonna flee. But if she just flees, then she's actually gonna stand down here and see if she can free her. Problem is he's checking through all the lockers now. which is really bad because if he finds her now, she's gonna lose automatically. Yeah, because he grabs you automatically when you get caught in a locker or something, and you can still wiggle loose, but since the hooks were so close, there were no chance for her to survive. Sadly, since I didn't do too many generators, my points weren't the best. And I did not clear my other quest either, since I had to open the exit gate and then flee with Claudette. Which is this right here. Escape and survive one time with Claudette Morel, which is the character I play. I did manage to clear one generator though. Because you don't have to do a full generator to get that to go up. What you can do 2 generators that you do 50% instead. That means that the game in itself count that as one full generator. So there's no real, you can just do a little bit on this one, a little bit on that one, a little bit on the third one, and then finish the fourth one, and that counts. It builds up towards the 1 generator goal. With this quest that I have in the archives, I have to finish 3 generators or help with 3 generators under 1 single trial. Which I did not do, obviously, because I didn't do much generators. But we're gonna go in with Claudette again and see if we can be in better luck this time. I was a bit quick there, I should have showed you the killer's perks, but I didn't, so I apologize for that. But maybe next time we can do that, just a quick glance to see what he has. Because you can't see the killer's perks in the very beginning. You have to wait till the match is over, either by survivors escaping or by the killer just killing all of us. Then his stats shows up and what add-ons and such he used. Since we did lose our item now, since we did die, sadly, I'm gonna grab a new one. And I'm gonna see if I can do better this time. I'm gonna use a toolbox this time, since most of my main quests are actually fixing generators, which toolbox helps do that a little bit quicker. So I'm gonna do that. I'm thinking if I'm gonna use clean rag or instructions. I guess I'll use instructions. What these add-ons do is that this one just adds 8 extra charges to the toolbox. And this one eliminates any form of skill checks while I'm repairing with the toolbox. Oh, it seems like we got into a match already. That's very nice. Quick glance over the toolbox I'm using. I'm using a green toolbox, which has 16 charges and considerably increased the repair speed on generators. And I'm still gonna do the offering of objective category, so I get a little extra points by doing generators. So let's get ready and see if we can do better this time in the match. The detective tab haven't pressed ready yet, so either he's preparing something or he's just waiting for the timer to tick out. Because after it reaches 5 seconds left, everybody's gonna press ready automatically. So just to hurry if he wants to fix some stuff still. Well, let's hope he is having no problems with it and that his connection is not janky right now. Because sometimes you get people that has janky connections. Meaning they're either slower when they connect in and such, or they just disconnect in general. Which, let's hope he doesn't disconnect in general, because if he does, then we're only 3 survivors suddenly against the killer, which makes things a lot harder. What you saw there was a cake, which is an offering that was on an event not too long ago, which it gives 105% extra blood points in all categories to all players. So you can imagine when that event was going, when people put out like 4 or 5 cakes, and that was 420 to 525% extra blood points. So it went very fast to actually level up characters at that point. But let's see if we can do this generator right now when we were together with someone, because now our prove thyself kicks in and we do this generator much faster, and I also do it much faster due to the toolbox I have. So let's hope that the killer doesn't show. It's a bit dangerous sitting down and doing the generator right off the bat like this, because the killer can have a perk where he see all the survivors in the beginning for the first 7 or 9 seconds or something like that. It seems like we were lucky though, and he went to, if he did have the perk, he went to someone else first and not after us, which is really good for us. It's a shame for the other guy because he's already down, it seems, but it's really good for us because that means that we have more time to actually fix generators. Now she's gonna sit here and cleanse a totem, which normally you don't want to do if it's just a dull totem. And that's what we call a dull totem, because it doesn't have any hex or anything connected to it. I couldn't really make out which character we were facing, the killer, because I wasn't fast enough to see the character, the killer in itself. But he doesn't seem to be face camping what I can see right now. So we're gonna see if we can run and save this guy. So we seem to have managed to save this guy. So now he's gonna run away and hopefully get safe hook, which we get extra points for if we do. The killer doesn't seem to be around here right now because I cannot hear the terror raiders. Oh, we're facing a killer called the Huntress, which is a very tall, big lady, and she likes to throw axes. Or just chop you down with them. We're gonna see if we can try and be a little sneaky around here. That's why I haven't started on the generator yet, because if I start on the generator, she's gonna notice I'm here, because the little knobs you see on the generator is gonna start ticking and pumping when someone's doing. There is a totem here now that is a hex totem, which it has a hex connected to it, which is a perk she has. So we're gonna see if we can actually cleanse this one before she comes back. Sadly, we most likely have to run away after we have cleansed this, because cleansing this totem makes a big bang for the killer to see. So we're just gonna run off here because I don't want to stick around if she actually comes back. So I'm gonna see if I can find another generator. We were lucky and another generator popped while we were fixing that totem, so that's good, but we're gonna help this guy fixing this generator. The totem you can see there is a dull totem, meaning it has no hex connected to it. That's why it's just what you just saw me fixing, but just 3 white skulls on a stick. And it doesn't like burn or anything like that. Now the terror radius is around, and also she is around. So she is most likely gonna start chasing me now, and she missed her swing, which is really good. That gives me a bit more distance, but then she threw an axe at me, so that wasn't as good actually. And she threw another axe at me. It's my fault because I forgot to check back to see if she was actually throwing axes. I should have done that, because then I could see if she was starting to charge up her axe and get ready to throw them at me. Meaning I could have avoided actually getting away from her and getting hit by her and downed. Good thing is that she seemed to have focused on the other guy that actually got downed instead and hooked again. Eller hooked first there. So I'm gonna see if I can crawl away here before I start healing, because then I might be able to get away and heal up and someone can come and save me. As long as she doesn't figure out where I am. That guy is now being saved by someone else, which is really good. That means that he has a new chance to start making generators and such. And I'm gonna lay here right now, because I can hear her, but I can't see her nor hear her terror radius. I'm just gonna heal and recover as much as I can, and hope that someone wants to come and save me. It seems like she's actually over there, fixing and hunting them, which is good and bad for us. That means she's not focusing on us, but that also means that she's going for that guy again. Meaning that if he gets hooked now again, he's gonna be on his second hook. Meaning he's in phase 2 meaning that if he doesn't get freed, he won't be able to escape himself and he will eventually die. It seems like she's slugging a bit right now, meaning that she... Okay, never mind, she changed her mind. Because slugging means that you hit someone down to the ground and then just let them lay there, because we can't do anything in that stage if we don't have specific perks that helps us with that. So while they get saved and she's messing around over with them, I'm gonna see if I can pop another generator. Because the more generators we can get done and fixed, the closer we get to actually finishing our goal. It seems like she actually put him in the basement now, so he's gonna be a bit more hard to find and get a hold of, but maybe if we're lucky they will succeed. We can still see her because she's within 16 meters of him, and if she doesn't come here, we're gonna see if we can pop this generator and then go save that guy. He still has a little time because he's on his phase 2, but you can see the little blood tab he has on his picture, which is a hook and a red line going down, and she's coming here now. So if we can keep her distracted over here for a little bit, that would be as good as we can get. We just need to be very careful so she doesn't... Ow, she hit me anyhow. It's really hard to figure out where she's gonna throw the axe, but this also gives them a chance to actually go and save the other guy, which is gonna go there most likely and check and see if they're doing anything. And since I only... they were too late, so he died on hook now, sadly. Since I have only been hooked once now, I can take a chance to escape, but usually that's not a smart idea, because if they are somewhat decent, they're gonna try and come and save you, and then you have another hook before you actually die. Because if you do take a chance and escape, it's only like 4% chance for you to actually manage to escape, and if you don't, you're gonna up this bar you can see on my name right now and make it go down much faster, meaning you go much faster to the second phase, which next time I get hooked, I'm dead at that point. But now she was actually very quick and saved me before my second phase kicked in, so with that I can get hooked one more time now before I die. But if I do get hooked now again, I will have to start struggling. Sadly, I was gonna go do the generator, but she came back, so she might be able to see my scratch marks and blood spots on the ground now. And she seems like she's gonna do exactly that. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna vault this window and hope I get away. And she actually missed her axe, which is great for me. And I did stupid there. I should not have vaulted right away there, because now she had a bigger chance to catch up to me, because killers in this are always faster than the survivors, no matter what you do. They're run at 150% speed, I think, and survivors always only run in 100 speed if they don't have extra perks that helps them with that. Sadly, now I am on my second phase, so I will have to start struggling now, and if someone doesn't come and save me, I am gonna die here. Sadly, she got hit down now, but one over there is doing the last generator, which is great. That means that he actually has a chance to flee if he doesn't want to save the one that just got down now. It's not really worth going to save me anymore, because I'm already on my second phase and I'm already struggling right now. She has only been hooked once, so she is actually pretty safe right now if she doesn't decide to face scan. So hopefully he will do the generator now, and then he would go and save her and they can flee together. Meaning that we get a 2 survivor escape. Which doesn't give me any extra points, because you get 5,000 points when you flee. But it does give us a win in a way if you want. You don't really have win and losers in this, in the same way you do in other games. But it is a win in a way, and it seems like he was more interested in trying to go opening the gate and fleeing, so she tried to escape on her own now, and sadly now she's on the second phase of the hook, meaning that she cannot try and flee anymore, and she will have to start struggling to survive. So if he doesn't go and save her now, then she is gonna die, sadly. But then that gives him at least a chance to escape. Now I have done 3 generators worth of fixing, so one of my quests is now done. I don't think I got my archive quest though, because I don't think I did 3 generators in one trial, which is what we were in there. And it seems like a few of them have escaped, but I'm gonna double check. Because you can always see a summary at the end. No, sadly all of them died it seems, because the skull here depicts that the killer got us and killed us all. So the killer perks that I use is Hex No Escapes, which is the totem that you saw me cleansing. Which is that when it's the end match, when we starting to open the gates, she gets 4% faster, and we also get the exposed status, which exposed status means that everybody goes down in one hit. So you can't take an extra hit at that point. Then we have Starstruck, which is if you're close to the killer when she picks someone up to hook them, you also get exposed, but that only lasts for about 30 seconds. And then it has a cooldown of 60 seconds. Then she had another hex, apparently, so there was a few more totems out there that had hex perks connected to them. And this is Huntress Lullaby, which is her own lullaby, or her own perk. Which I'm not really sure what this done. Let me see. Your hunt is an irresistible song of dread which models your praise attempts. So you receive a 6% regression penalty when missing a skill check. Oh, so more or less what it does is that when we fail a skill check on the generators, we fail even more due to this. And then you have Bitter Murmur. And that is... So this is kind of like how my Kindred work, but for the killer when we finish a generator. She knows exactly where we were. So that's most likely the reason why she found us. Very easy. So that's the killer perks. And she was actually the one who put out the sacrificial cake offering, which is very nice of her, because that gives everyone in this killer and the survivors 105% bonus blood points in all categories. So let's see if we can... Did we get this? No, sadly. So that means we're gonna continue playing Claudette a bit more, because I'm trying to do the archive quest. But I'm gonna spend some blood points now to get some more items and things, so I get rid of my points and can start earning more and also level up. Because she's only level 45 right now. So now I need to try and figure out which route I want to go. So usually it's always important to go for perks first, but this perk I'm not really caring much about for my own preference, so I'm most likely not gonna go for this perk. And since I am such high level right now, when I start picking things I want, I'm gonna start losing other things, because you can't get all of the things in the tree. But that is absolutely fine. I'm just gonna try and go for the ones I really want, and hope I get them. The reason I didn't go for the very rare lamp up here is because I usually don't use flashlights, because I'm really bad at it. So I usually try to avoid those and get other things that I might use more instead. So I really want this item up here, because it gives 100% blood points in all categories for all players. So that's a really good thing to have for not only me, but for other players as well. I'm gonna take the medkit here, but I'm not gonna get this perk, because I'm not really interested in this perk. Setback with that is it has a big chance of just showing up more. Well, it's gonna keep on popping up instead of another perk I might have gotten. But since I'm not gonna use it, I don't feel too keen on actually getting it either. I will get this perk though, Life, which is after performing a rushed vault, which is when I rushed over and jumped a window very fast. I get a sprint speed of 150%, which is what the killer usually runs for 3 seconds. So this is usually a good perk to use if you want to get away easier. But that's also why I'm so bad at chases and stuff, because I usually don't have extra sprint burst gloves, sprint burst perks, so I usually don't get away from the killer at all. Which is fine. I just try and focus on generators instead, because that's what my build is mostly about, to get to a generator and fix it as soon as I possibly can. I didn't upgrade any of these perks. These are the 2 perks I'm trying to upgrade on now, Prove Thyself and Streetwise. So I didn't get them in the Blood Web, but that's fine. I will just continue seeing if I can get them in the next Blood Tree. Because if you don't see them in the first 3, don't worry, just take and spend all the blood points you can to level up, and when you get a new tree, you have new chance to get the perks you actually want. But as I said, it's randomly generated, so you're not guaranteed gonna get this perk or that perk if you want it. You just need to be lucky enough to get it. So I guess we go into another match and see if it goes equally as fast as it has been doing. I don't know how long I'm gonna stream today because I need to consider to do some dinner and stuff. Well, dinner, midnight snack, whatever you want to call it. Because it's 9 p.m. here right now, so it's gonna be more of a in between dinner and midnight snack, I guess. But we haven't eaten anything, so we should make something to eat very shortly. But I was gonna see if I can pop in a few more matches at least. I hadn't paid attention much in the chat, which I'm sorry for, but it seems like my lovely wife has joined me in my stream and wants to look and laugh at my stupidity.
I could do that from over here on the sofa.
Or she's just sitting behind me to watch me suffer and agonizing pain all over again. She's not actually mean, I'm just being stupid.
No, I'm mean. You're right.
So she says. Sadly, this time it seems to take a little longer to get into a match, but it's a really awkward, weird time right now because it is almost 10 p.m. here, so for us it's very late. But since Dead by Daylight is not focused around European time, so usually you get a lot of American, English, or Russian audience players, meaning they have completely different time zones than the ones I have. We did seem to have gotten into a match decently quick though, cause believe me when I say some of these matches you can have to wait like 10 minutes or whatever before you get into a match. It's really annoying, but usually that gets better. Our timestamp at least around everything between 12 and 2. That's when people are home from work, they're settling down, they're home from school, you name it. So if they play Dead by Daylight, it's a bigger chance that you're actually gonna run into people then. Because what they do here is that they put you in a queue with random people from around the world. Because I'm not playing with friends. So then they have to find whoever's playing right now and do that. That's why usually these matches takes a little longer for me, especially around this time, because as I said, I'm free and I'm not doing much because it's so late here, but people are just coming home from work or is still working or something like that.
Twitch is kind of acting up for me today with our internet, so that's why I'm over here for the watch.
Yeah, she would normally join my Twitch stream and look at me playing through my Twitch stream, but since our internet, as I said before, is acting up and she said now, she is watching it from over there so she can watch it without having to worry about the internet. Because she's literally looking directly at my screen.
But I was in chat because I wanted to group him.
But she wanted to go into chat to support me, which I very much appreciate. And the killer is right there. So that was not scary at all, I promise.
It's still less scary than me.
No, she's actually a sweetheart.
No.
I wonder where the killer is, because he's still around it, because you can hear it from the heartbeat, but he's not directly here. So if the heartbeat doesn't intensify, I'm gonna see if I can go and... Oh, he's right there. Never mind. Okay. I'm running. Oh, nope. I'm very scared now. Oh, he's going for me. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that is very bad. Don't do that, please. I'm gonna walk over. I'm gonna see where he comes. He seems to be going there. So if he continues chasing me, I'm gonna see if I can run around this jungle gym to distract him. And if he doesn't chase me, I'm gonna go back to generator for it as soon as I can. He seems to be coming over here to get the hook right here, which is fine. I just need to make sure I don't get caught, because then I can actually save this person very quickly. You just need to make sure that, and that's why Kindred is so good right now. Because as you could see, I could see when he was hooking her and where he was. So now, since he ran away, I can actually go and save her. And now the other one got kicked up instead. What I could have done is that I could actually have sabotaged the hook, but it wouldn't have mattered much because he went to another hook, because I don't think the killer can actually see if you unhook people.
And that's one thing to point out, since the killer just ran in their direction while they were healing, he might have nurse calling.
Yeah, the killer, they were healing, so he might have a perk that's called Nurse Calling, which is a perk that he can see people that heals. If he's gonna chase me, I'm gonna see, yeah, he's chasing me, so I'm gonna see if I can actually play around him a little bit and distract him. I'm gonna drop this now, because he was very close to me, so I don't think I would have made that if I kept on running. And now he swung, so I can make a little more distance with that, which is very good for me. I'm gonna see if I can make this window here. I did a medium vault. You can do a slow vault, which you more or less just creep over. You can do a medium vault, which I did now, or you can do a fast vault, which is you literally just run instantly over. But now I just did a medium vault, but I was very lucky because he didn't manage to catch me. Sadly, we are in a very weird, peculiar situation right now, because yes, we have distracted him a long time, but since we haven't popped any generators whatsoever, it's looking really bad for us now, because one of us has already been hooked twice, meaning that if she gets hooked one more time, she's dead. So I'm gonna see if I can actually run off now and finally do a generator, because if you don't do generators, then all he's gonna do is perpetually chase you around and finish you off, and you won't get any points for it, because you do get points for generators and escaping and such. And generators, you need to do 5 of them to actually be able to escape. So since I have been running around saving me, I have gotten points for unhooking people and having him chase me and not being able to catch me, and I haven't lost anything for it because I haven't been hooked. But I am gonna try and do generators. But it seems to be around here because I can hear a faint heartbeat. But I don't know if he's coming for me specifically, or if he's just in general searching for people and chasing someone else. So I'm gonna continue doing this generator till I either hear the heartbeat intensify or till I actually see him. So his heartbeat have vanished, so meaning that he was most likely chasing someone else. So I'm just gonna try and see if I can pop off this generator and have one of them done at least. Because it seems to have calmed down a little bit now, because he hasn't been able to hook down. Oh, there he is. So I'm gonna see if I can play around with him a little bit. I'm just gonna drop this pallet, because this is a really unsafe pallet, because it's such a short area to use. Sadly now, he did one-shot me and didn't have to hit me one more time, because he had a special ability that this character had. This character is called the Hillbilly, which when he charges up his chainsaw like that, he can actually one-shot you. They did manage to pop a generator, which is really good, and they seem to be working on a second one, which is even better, but he was very fast to get there, so sadly they didn't get it. I'm gonna see if I can finish off this generator here, but it seems like we're getting down like flies right now, so I don't think this match is gonna be very long nor good for us, but at least we can see if we can try and get one generator out, which is gonna help us immensely. And as I said before, my build is mostly focused around actually doing generators. So me running away from the killer is not a very good thing because I'm really bad at it. Not only personally, but also I don't really have any perk or anything like that to strengthen that. Oh, and he seems to have found me again. So I'm gonna see if I can lure him to the jungle gym now. And play around a little bit with him. I don't know how well it's gonna go because he's very fast and I'm not very fast. So he managed to catch up to me. And since I didn't get healed before, he could just hit me one with a normal attack and down me. Which is unfortunate, but that's absolutely fine. They managed to pop another generator. Sadly now he is taking me to the killer's shack, which is a shack that has a basement with 4 hooks in it. And that's usually the hardest place to get a survivor because it's being so inconvenient and you actually have to go down the stairs to pick me up. And the reason it's so dangerous is because you have to go down 2 flights of stairs to get to me, and there's a big chance that the killer's actually gonna be there and just hit us when he comes down or comes back. Now he seemed to have, he doesn't seem to have been interested in staying there, so she actually managed to save me. But if I do get hooked a 3rd time now, I'm dead. Like, I'm done. Same with if this character that got hooked now gets hooked, which she did, she is also dead. Because that was her 3rd hook. And he's running here. I don't think that was anything that he did. It was just me playing it poorly, and he was lucky going the same way I was going. It seems like he is gonna slug me right now, because he has already killed 2 of us, and I'm the 3rd one, so all he really have to do now is try and actually find her and down her, which he just did. So with that, this match is sadly over, because there's nothing we can do from this point that is gonna help us to get up, because I don't have the perk to help you get up once per trial, and if she doesn't have it, that means that we cannot do anything more. So GG, I guess. She can try and flee now still, since I am still down and he hasn't hooked me, but as I said, it's like a 4% chance that you actually succeed. Sadly, she did not succeed, so she's just dead on the hook now. Because I can't save her, and as soon as I get hooked, we're both insta-dead. Because there's no more that can be done this match. So even if she had struggle time left and I such, she just gets insta-killed because there's no one else that can come and save you. So, well played of the killer. It's unfortunate that he actually found me so early, because I was gonna try and use my toolkit to fix a generator, but I was too slow. And he was very lucky in finding me where I was. Sadly, we did not get finishing three generator repairs in a single trial, so I did not clear that quest yet. I did get a new level up though on the battle pass, so I'm gonna go claim that reward, and I'm gonna see if I can go back to a match. Sadly, I got an error now, but that's fine. It happens. There's a lot of people playing this constantly, so that you are bound to get a few occasional crashes here and there, which is absolutely fine. I'm gonna keep on using this because I have a bunch of these. It seems like I only have one left now, sadly, but you know what? We can amp it up a little bit. So what we can do is, let's add... I'm not gonna use that one yet because it's a really good one. But what I can do is I'm gonna use this one. So I start the trial with someone else. So maybe if we're lucky and find the generator early, I can have my prove thyself perk kick in a bit sooner than normal. Because that gives me extra blood points as well. Now we just need to wait for a match and hope it doesn't take too long. Let's see what other cosmetics I have. See if I can use something else. I can use this, I guess. And we can use Let's use a super green shirt and purple pants. Cause why not? I might screw myself completely over now because this is a very bright green color, and I don't know if you see that more clearly in the trial or not. But we will see, I guess. I would very much recommend this game. It's very fun. It's a bit hard and convoluted in the beginning because there's a lot of things to keep in mind. But you do learn pretty quickly, and if you watch YouTube videos or Twitch videos or whatever, you can learn a decent amount through doing that as well. Because a lot of people play this game that is much better than I am, both at doing generators and chasing and all that. So I can definitely recommend checking them out. And I mean, if you do like the game and you have the fun for it, then why not? Maybe one day we will run into each other and we can play together. Or you can be the killer and just whoop my ass. That works too. Seems like this time it's taking a little bit longer to actually get into a match, which it happens. Even when you have the more ideal time, which for me is between 12 and 2, you can still have matches that takes a bit long to find because, as said, I'm queuing up with random people now. Oh, it actually went pretty fast this time. But I am queuing up with random people since I'm not playing with any friends. So they need to find at least 4 survivors and 1 killer for every single match. So Fengmin, the one that someone is playing Fengmin, which is my main favorite character that I play. But I'm not playing her now for obvious reasons, since I need to finish a trial with Claudette. So that was a sacrifice or offering that killer put up, which means that when he managed to kill us and hook us so we die, he gets extra points. It's kinda like the opposite to ours, where we can get 100% extra blood points if we manage to survive and escape. Which seems not to be the case for me this time. I'm not doing overly well. I did do a few good chases though. And it doesn't seem like it was a lot to you people that's watching, but for every second that you can keep the killer away from your survivor allies, the more chance they have to actually finish generators, which is a big plus. So there is a generator right over there. Oh, the killer is right around here. And I have no idea who the killer is, but it is someone called the... I am uncertain what that killer is called. It's the one that charges. I think that's Blight.
Yeah, I believe so.
Which Blight, his power is more or less that he injects himself with some kind of fluid, whatever, and then he starts running super fast and chase people. I was pretty close to this person now when she got hooked, so I can actually unhook her pretty quick. But I also took a very big risk. She wants to be healed, it seems. But we should see if we can get away from it. It's usually never smart to heal someone that quickly, because the killer always have a chance to backtrack. But he seems to be distracted with other things now, so I'm gonna see if I can heal her so she can at least take another hit. But what I was saying before is that I was taking a big risk by actually staying there when she got hooked, because he might have a perk that's called barbecue and chili, which is when he hooks someone within a certain radius. I think the max level is like 36 meters. He can see other survivors that's hiding around, ready to help and unhook people. Perfect, we got 1 generator popped, so most likely he's gonna be focused on going over there right now. because there's a big chance that he's gonna run into people over there, which gives us a bigger chance to actually do this generator, which is really good. That means that we're gonna have 2 generators popped at this point. I'm gonna see if I can stick with this Feng Min. Not necessarily... Oh, it seems like the killer is actually coming here. Ow, and he was right there. I did not notice him at all. And he actually swung, which is really good. That means that I can put some distance between him and me. So now he's trying to mind game me, which is fine. Oh, see that? Ah, I didn't manage to get the pallet down. I think the problem right now is that my internet is a bit laggy. So my computer is not really reacting as fast, or I'm not reacting as fast as I normally do. That's why he seems like he's like kind of like glitching and jumping back and forth. But that is absolutely fine. I got hooked now, and he got distracted with me for a little bit, so now he seems to be chasing someone else, so the others can do generators. One is doing generators, as you can see over there, by the yellow outline. That one just got hit now, so most likely the blight is over there. So this person seems like he's actually coming to save me, which is great. He seems like he wants to keep on slugging a little bit, meaning that he leaves people on the ground so he can go chase others, but it went very fast. He actually picked her up pretty quick. What you see me try to do now and then when he chases me and hooks me on, puts me on his shoulder, is that I'm trying to wiggle away, meaning that if you manage to fill that entire bar up, you actually manage to flee from him. I'm gonna just use my toolbox now on this to clear it as fast as possible, because we are a bit behind right now since we have been hit down several times. So now we got another generator pop, meaning we only have 2 generators left that we have to do now. But now that also means that it's getting harder and harder to actually... And it seems like the killer is actually coming over here, because I can hear it with his heartbeat. He's right there actually. So I'm gonna be very careful here. And I'm gonna keep an eye to make sure that he's not coming for me, because I'm gonna see if I can do this generator. And now she sadly ran in here and is most likely chased by the killer. So that is really bad for us. But I'm gonna see if I can keep on being a bit sneaky. Oh, there he was. I could not be sneaky. She did manage to stun him. So if there's not a hook close by, I will see if I can actually like distract him enough to... Wait, no, I could not. That is really bad. I might just have screwed myself over right now. Yeah, he's rushing towards me. And since you did use the generator here, the pallet, there's no pallet I can use to save myself. But there is a pallet laying there, so I'm gonna see if I can vault that a few times. And he just broke it now, so I'm gonna see if I can make some distance, which no, he mind game me. I'm really bad at these chases because I'm not really good at the mind game that people usually try and do and trick them with. And as I said, we're not as fast as the killer, so he's always gonna catch up to us. So the only way you can actually survive is by vaulting windows or running around obstacles and stuff that he can't go through instantly. We do only have 1 generator left though, so that's really good. Sadly, it doesn't seem like I'm gonna survive this time either, but that's absolutely fine. If we can manage to finish the last generator off and I die doing so, and then they flee, I will take that as a win for me any day. Yeah, I lose out on the 5,000 points that I won't get because I didn't escape, and I don't get the quest either because my whole thing is that I have to escape and survive. But, I mean, it's still a win for us if we manage to keep him distracted enough and they flee. So I'm gonna try and do this generator now because he seems to be distracted with the other person. So I'm gonna try and see if I can do this if they don't manage to finish off another generator somewhere else, because there's always 7 generators that spawns on the map and you have to finish 5 of them. It is the reason it's 7 instead of 5 and you only have to finish 5 is so to prevent the killer from just standing on one generator and camping it on match. Some killers actually earn better by just camping a generator, so that's why they have done it that. Sadly now she's dead on hook because she has been hooked twice before and she's getting hooked again. So that is really unfortunate, but there's not much we can do about that. Sadly he knows where I am because most likely as a killer he sees my scratch marks right now on the ground and my blood. So he knew where I was. So now when he hooks me I am dead on hook, but if we're lucky they will manage to finish off the last generator and be able to flee. I will see if I can do one more after this to just finish off and see if I can. Huh? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think my wife is getting a bit hungry. So I'm gonna see if I can do one more match to clear this quest that I have. But since we both haven't eaten anything and such, so most likely this is gonna be my last one. But I'm gonna try and make it as good as possible. You know what? I'm not gonna do a toolbox this time. I'm actually gonna use a medkit and see uh, if I can heal people inside and including heal myself. We will I use this or no? I'm actually gonna see if I can find something that gives me points in altruism category, which is the healing category. Same with unhooking. Then again, I can use the bloody part streamers now, meaning that I get 100% in all categories. So everything I do, I'm gonna get 100% in. Same with everyone in my team. I'm just gonna spend this point to see if I get a perk that I want, and I did. This is Prove Thyself rank 2, so I'm actually gonna go up to 3 and get that right away, because I do really want to upgrade that one. And I'm also trying to upgrade the other ones I have, but I don't seem to have gotten any of those this one. Alert is a decently good perk, but it's not a perk that I'm really like prioritizing right now, so it's not the end of the world if I don't get it. But I will get some more stuff. So let's see if I can get this. This is a medkit add-on, which is really good if used correctly and in the right way. It seems like I'm getting the alert anyhow because it didn't block that off, so I'm just gonna grab it because. And yeah, let's see if we now. Since I had proved myself already, it upgraded automatically in my list, so you don't have to worry about that if you do have the. If you don't have the one equipped. So I'm thinking if I'm gonna remove Streetwise now and do another perk that I have, which is Claudette's own perk, which is this one, Botany Knowledge, which means more or less that every medkit I use is 33% more efficient. So it heals much faster. It doesn't add more charges. I did that through add-ons, but it does make it so in a way you save charges because you heal people so much faster. So for example, if I did not have that one and I healed people for, say, I could fully heal someone with 30 charges. That's a bit much because it usually doesn't cost that much, but just for the example now, 30 charges takes it to heal one person. That means that by having the 33% Botany Knowledge, that means that I more or less take away 10 charges before they're fully healed. So it's only gonna cost 20 charges instead to heal them. So meaning I will have 10 charges left to heal someone else. Or myself. The setback with healing myself with charges is that if the charges run out, you cannot heal yourself anymore. Because you cannot heal yourself if you don't have a perk called self-care. But with 10 charges, you can always heal someone else. And when those 10 charges are out, you just start using your normal. Because every character and survivor in this can heal each other. Normally, without a medkit or any perk or anything. But the medkit just makes that go much, much faster. And if you do lose those 10 charges by healing someone else, when those 10 charges are out, you're gonna just jump to using your normal healing. But Botany Knowledge also kicks in with your own healing. So it's not only for medkits. It's more or less any healing you do in any shape or form. You get Botany Knowledge too. So 33% faster rate to heal someone. So let's see if we can find a match within reasonable time. Yeah, as you have noticed, I'm not very good at chases in general because chases has never been my strong suit. That's why I went mostly for a gen rush build. But with that said, that doesn't mean that if you guys want me to try another build, like if you want me to try and do a chase build or exhaustion build or whatever, or you want me to do something and try something, or use the flashlight. Because flashlight is also an item I don't usually use because it's so hard to use, especially for me because I'm not good at it. But if you guys want me to use the flashlight at some point, then just give it a comment or say in the chat and I will see what I can do. I'm not gonna be good at it most likely, but I would definitely do it and try. We seem to have gotten into a match decently quick this time, which is good. So apparently we are 4 people playing Claudette right now. And yes, you can play the same character as someone else, that's not a problem, because even if the character in itself is the same, that doesn't mean that the perks I'm using another Claudette is using or anything like that. So even if it's all Claudettes, they can either look different, like with different skins and such, or they just play completely different. So it's kind of fascinating because I usually don't get matches where all of you are the same character, which is kind of hilarious. So for all intents and purposes now, we are quadruplets. Which might confuse the killer, or it might not. But that doesn't make it any less hilarious, actually. So now someone used an offering that ups every character, LS survivor's luck, meaning luck kicks in when you try to save yourself from a hook or something. Because, as I said, you only have a 4% chance to save yourself from a hook if you don't have perks and such that boosts that and makes it better. With luck, you have a bit bigger chance to unhooking yourself. I don't know how many percent it is, or if there is even like a percentage count in that. It makes it easier, and you're more lucky to have a chance to manage to flee than normal. And most of luck items do stack, so if all of us offer a stack item, we can have all the luck in the world and we can just manage to unhook ourselves on the first hook. But luck items are so situational, so it's very hard to fit it in a good way. Oh, by the way, I should mention that the reason the killer came to us right away last match is because most likely he had the perk that he is allowed to see other people and survivors in the beginning of the match. Now we're facing a character that I like to refer to as Bing Bong because of, as you said, the bell that he hits. Ow. And doing that, he hit me now, which is bad, but I don't know if he's gonna continue chasing me, or he seems to not want to continue chasing me for now. Oh, he's chasing the other Claudette. So I'm gonna just see if I can get a little bit of distance here, and this Claudette seems like she wants to heal me. And then she gave up on healing me, so I guess I will just heal myself for now. So what she did there now is that she actually sabotaged the hook, so he cannot hook a survivor on that hook for the moment. Meaning that he has to go further to another hook, giving her a bigger chance to wiggle free from him. Which is really good to do. And that's what I mean, like, even if we're all playing Claudette, there's so many different ways you can play and do. I don't think she planned to use her toolkit for that in the beginning, but she saw an opportunity and she took it, and most likely, and yeah, the other character managed to actually wiggle free due to that, which is really good for us. So I'm finding another generator here, and I can't hear the killer's heartbeat right now, or terror radius, So I'm just gonna start this and hope that he doesn't show up here. If he does, then I need to see if I can find the best route to distract him with. Which I do have here that I can run around, but it's not really a good palette because as you can see there and there, the areas are very small, and since the killer is usually much faster than you, you won't be able to outrun him for long. If we do, on the other hand, throw down the palette, which you see up there, then suddenly the area becomes much bigger, and we can always take the option of vaulting over the palette. Meaning that the area becomes a little bit better to actually run around and distract the killer with. We just need to be careful so he doesn't mind game us. So when we run one way and he suddenly decides to run the same way, so he meets you in the middle, then I'm kinda SOL. Apparently we got a generator pop now, which is really good, and shortly now, if the killer doesn't show up, I'm gonna be able to pop this generator. The setback with facing Bing Bong, like to call him, is that since he can hit his bell and go invincible, you will not hear his terror radius till he actually shows up in your face. So that's a bit of a pain with him. But it seems like we're fine for now. And I can't really see him. Okay, never mind. I just heard his heartbeat now. So I'm gonna run up to the second floor to see if he was chasing someone else or is distracted by someone else. And this generator has already been started, so I'm gonna start up that again. And another generator just got popped, which is great. So now we only have 2 generators left to do. Now I can hear his terror radius, which is, I don't know. Setback with this generator is that you don't know if he's above you or below you. No, he can't be above you obviously, but if he's on this floor around you, or if he's right below you. If he's right below you and chasing someone else, which he seems to, because I thought I heard a pallet drop now, that means that he's not focusing us, so we can see if we can finish off this generator. Sadly, one of the Claudettes got down, so... But she has not been hooked before, which is really good for us. So we can see if we can go down the stairs and actually see if we can help her when he decides to hook her. We just need to be very careful. So, see, doing to Kindred, I can see, oh, we just popped that generator, which is great. That means that now the exit gates has opened, meaning that we can go and open those and try and flee. And if we do manage to flee by opening the exit gates, we are home free, meaning that we have, in a way, won the game. So I'm gonna go see if I can start up this exit gate, because it does take some time to actually open it. So you are a bit vulnerable by doing this, but I am gonna see if I can rush it. Apparently 2 is being chased right now. Well, at least 1, because she just got hit. So that means that we most likely have a big chance to actually opening this gate, which I will do. Normally, since I do have the quest where I have to flee with her, I would just run out now and survive. But since we all are still alive, I'm gonna stay behind a little bit to see if I can, if we get caught, if we can help. Meaning that I might blow my chances to actually surviving, but that is absolutely fine. Because this is, in the long run, a team game, so... So she got hooked now, but she's only been hooked once, and there seems to be a Claudette around, and both of them actually. So they're gonna... I'm guessing they're gonna save her? I don't know if they have 99'd the other gate, meaning that they fix the gate to where it's just right about to open, and then they just literally push down, like they click for half a second, and the gate is gonna be open. So I'm sticking around still. I'm still standing by this gate because I still eventually want to flee. Oh, they had opened out the gate, so I'm just gonna run now, and it seems like this is a forced survivor run. So all of us survived, and the killer did not manage to kill any of us, which is really good for us. So this is a complete win if you want. But again, as I said before, there's no real thing as winning and losing in this game. It's just, do you survive or not? But in a way, you can see this as a win, so I'm gonna do that. So with that said and that done, I am really happy we managed to end with such a good game, and I will talk to you all waters later. And I'm just gonna say GG, well played in the chat, so no one gets any frowny faces or sad. Apparently, it seems like due to the perks and add-ons of the killer, he was very new to the killer because he's most likely just level 1 or something like that, so that's why he doesn't really have much. But I thank you for watching, and I guess I will see you in the next videos or streams. So talk to you later. Bye!